musician, can I get a raise of hands on the number of people who know how to play a musical instrument? Okay, good. Keep your hands up. Can I get a raise of hands on the people who know anybody who knows how to play a musical instrument? Okay, so for the most part, you all understand the kind of intense training most musicians have to go through in order to get through the high professional level that they are in today. If you guys haven't guessed it, I'll be talking a little bit about the science behind music, more specifically about how white matter tends to develop a little more on musicians and why this happens. So for the most part, for a little better understanding, white matter is a tissue of the brain which transmits information through the gray matter of the brain throughout the different sections of the nervous system. It is mainly composed of myelin, which helps assist on the quicker transmission of this information. Developing on that thought, through the Portland Chamber Orchestra's website, studies have shown that individuals who play a musical instrument, on this example the violin, tend to actually stimulate both hemispheres of the brain. This specifically, this greatly affects mainly the hippocampus of the brain, which is the area of the brain which focuses on memory retention and memory retrieval. Developing on this thought, because you are stimulating both hemispheres of the brain, you're actually exercising the brain into developing more white matter. Multiple studies have been on this subject specifically. One of them was focused on, okay, we want to see what. Sorry.
That's time.
That's 5 minutes.
No, 1 minute.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, multiple studies have been made on this, and they wanted to know if different age groups develop different kinds of white matter through different peaks of their age on their training. The studies shown that yes, white matter will develop regardless on the age group that you start your practice with, compared to that of an everyday individual. And as you can tell, on the left, I cannot move my mouse, but on the right hand side of you guys, you're gonna see that most individuals tended to develop more white matter on both hemispheres compared to one of an everyday individual. Okay. Oh, before we get to that part, so like I said before, multiple studies have been made on this subject. So one of these studies made in 2011, mainly composed of psychology professors from the University of Canada, wanted to see, okay, does music does it create an improvement on the work habits of kids on school? And what they did was they gathered around a group of 64 kids, and they all were around the same ages of 5, and they had the same amounts of intellect. They made them go through the WPPSI, which PPSI 3, which is an intellect test in order to measure the amount of intellect kids ages 7 through 2 to 7.5. At first, the test composed of pre-test, the training, and of course post-test. Through the pre-test, they made them, of course, take the test to gather a baseline as to what kind of intellect these kids had, and then of course, after they took their test, they were split up into random groups of 2. 32 kids went through a form of music training, and then the other group went through a visual arts training. There's no biases as to which side I'm in. They just happen to be the results. And afterwards, after 20 days, they came back and they took the test in the science lab that they had. None of the the assistants had any idea as to what kind of training these kids went through. The results were actually were quite interesting. There was a 90% increase on verbal intelligence on both kids. More specifically, the kids who went through some kind of music training actually exhibited a greater increase on their verbal intelligence. Something that I found really interesting was that not only that, but they also they excelled on all 3 phases of the exam. Overall, because of the testing that has been made on this field, between the interaction of the brain and music, it has been proven that individuals who play an instrument tend to exhibit and and a performance on productivity and on white matter. Thank you.